Hey guys, JVonD here. I was just standing next to my JoJo 2 power plant, and it's a free energy concept. It's built around recycling a computer case and power supply and turning it into a hydrogen burning power plant. It's awesome. I got the idea for the JoJo from the guys over at HHO, HHU, who sell plans for a home heating unit off of the technology, the HHO technology. I basically took their plans, their basic knowledge, and I customized it into two separate units. Theirs is in one unit, and I'm going to make the power plant out of the recycled computer supply. And then I'm going to make a separate home heating unit, or just retrofit it into my furnace, or anything else that burns gas or any kind of fossil fuel. You know, you can use HHO in any type of combustible engine. As long as you can figure out how to retrofit it, maybe you guys can help me with that. But I'm going to show you everything about the JoJo system and how it can be considered a free energy concept. I guess all you need is basic car audio install skills, maybe a little plumbing or hydroponic skills, some computer knowledge, and you can build one of these yourself. The main concept is to take solar power and run the low voltage power supply to split water into the separate molecules, and then when you light the gas, it turns the water or the vapor back into water. There's an incredible amount of heat. It's extremely efficient. It's a safe gas. It's only not safe when it's compressed in a tank and it's around like fire, basically. Okay, it's February 27th. And here's my hydrogen torch power plant. Got my electrical station set up over here. Pretty much just put in this toggle here. Nice little toggle. I guess we didn't really need to put that in, but we did anyways, just for the hell of it. It's retro, dude. But here's, I just wired up my the pump, getting it all lined up. Here's my gas can. The dry cells are going to be mounted like on the side, and you know, they're going to be next to each other. Made some really fatty solder connections. Pretty stoked with the setup. This is basically just a computer power supply here. I combined these guys. Well, that's it. First looks at the hydrogen power plant. There's a whole bunch of stuff over here. So I'm going to be hooking this up eventually, the bubbler. This is my little bubbler jar. It goes right in here. Old computer case here, so the bubbler is going to go right in there. Boom. Hang out right there. And then the torch end will come right out the top there and on the side. So I'm hooking up my plumbing here, so I'm doing like barb to pipe fitting to barb, basically, to get it down to size. And I am hooking these up to the water pump here. This water pump is going to flow out. It's going to have a big flow into these two smaller Johnnies, and this is going to go right into here for the intake. The intake is a little bit bigger diameter, and then it makes up for those two outflows there. And I'm just going to take a normal piece of tubing and chop it to size. So this one comes in from the reservoir, and these go out to the cells. A little bigger diameter than these.
The progress of this magnificent invention.
Some serious plastic.
That is the sound of a true artist, a true Mad Hatter. Listen as the sound of science burns through his soul.
Alright, so here's the install here. We're hooking up the power supply, regular old recycled computer power supply. I'm gonna hook it up real quick. Punched a big hole in the back for this retro toggle switch. Now that's nice to have, because that little black switch on a power supply, and usually recycled power supplies wouldn't have a little switch, but that thing's hard to read. And so I hooked up that toggle. Makes it nice, straightforward. Here we go. We're mounting the dry cells. It's a second dry cell here. Use these little wing nuts to make it real easy to get on and off. Attaching the power to the dry cells. Sped up the video for your viewing convenience here. Here's a here's a bridge, putting on the power bridge, which in the JoJo 2 there's I got it double bridged. On the JoJo 1 here I actually split the power lines going from one to the other. Sizing up the tubes that are going to go bring the water from the pump to the dry cells, and attach those on the barbs real easy. Now these barbs have like 3 rails on them, which is nice because for the most part you don't need hose clamps unless you're really going to make it permanent. But until I figure out a permanent solution, I'm just going without the hose clamps here. Oh yeah, here's the reservoir. So you definitely don't want to use one of these new style gas cans for your reservoir. The seams are extremely thin, and as soon as it warms up it's going to be compromised pretty easily. And here I'm hooking up the water that goes from the bottom of the reservoir. We'll take it to the inline on the pump there, and so you want, I tried to make it twice the amount of the outflow, so it'll have a good flow. And a lot of people they test their HHO systems using like a liter per minute scale. So when I show you my concept of the gravity compressor, I'm kind of using the same technique of how you would measure gallon or liter per minute, and that is to completely submerge a liter jug in a big bucket of water and then cap the top and put the hose under it and let it bubble up into the liter jug until it fills up, and it fills up the whole thing so it comes out of the water. Same concept in my gravity compression system, where you use that concept, put weights on it, and then it'll come and hit an on-off switch, and you'll see later here in the video. And now I got the reservoir hooked up, so I'm going to put a little check valve on there. And you're not supposed to use this for torches, but it's my third safety measure, so I think they don't recommend it to be the first safety measure. So that's for the extreme emergency of going if the gas did pass through both the first 2 safety measures. Okay, installing the second safety measure, which is the bubbler, which acts just like a bong there. And then all we need to do after hooking that up is just hook up a tube on the top and get the torch on, and there's the JoJo 1 HHO power plant and torch. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put this. This is the electrolyte water solution here. I got a little over a teaspoon for three pints, or a little over a quart there. Okay. Let's see if this works here. Fired up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that lazy. Yeah.
We're burning water.
We're burning water!
Oh, thing's cranking now.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Lazy, you're burning water. It's working! Lazy, it's working.
Cool, huh, Pisces? Alright. Burning stuff.
Only Daddy's the last person. Okay,
Yeah, it's coming way out here.
yeah, it's like, I see like, it's like 3 inches wide.
There's the power plant and the torch. There's actually flame coming out of that torch right now, except it's impossible to see. Want to burn a hole through a piece of wood? For me? He's going to demonstrate how to burn, how this thing burns. Man, that thing is really cooking. Had to let it warm up a little bit, but it's really cooking now. Burn a hole straight through that thing. Get it right up on the tip there and just blast the crap out. Awesome. Awesome.
Just trying to hold that still.
Yeah.
It's like a crater.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Crazy. So, he's doing it with the power of water. There's the cell. Folks, all we got here is a little electricity, a computer. We have a computer power supply here. And some water. A little bit of electrolyte. Whoops.
What is it? Lye?
Well, it's KOH. It's potassium hydroxide, which is it's kind of like the lye in the lye family, but
It has the same chemical warning.
Focus. This damn thing doesn't want to fucking focus. No, my camera's busted. There you go. There you go.
It'll last forever too. You never have to replace it.
Oh wow! Look at that. It's a hole straight through the frickin'
Can you see the flame shooting out the
Yeah.
back?
Look at that. That is just amazing. Amazing. Wow. Well, there you go. That works, folks. The incredible computer case HHO power plant. Oh, look at that torch. It's really lighting up now. It's really going. It's got the yellow going. That's sick. What's wrong with my damn
It's
camera?
getting black.
Yeah, it's from burning right on it, I think.
Oh, yeah, just soot from the wood. It wouldn't be from the.
Let's see.
It's not from the torch itself. Wouldn't create any blackness.
Yeah. Wow, this is just
That's what's cool. Is it burns without any coal or ash or
no carbon, zero. It actually creates
no CO2,
humidity
no ash,
in the air.
no soot. Totally breathable.
Reverses greenhouse gases for the most part.
Zero.
It,
Well, whenever you started with the electricity, anyways.
basically adding water vapor back to the atmosphere. There's where in the cells it does one chemical reaction, and then the torch is going straight back to water. That's water right there. Solar panel and water, little electrolyte. Hey guys, back here with an update about the JoJo one. A day or two later from the initial start of the JoJo, I was using it in the studio and ran it like all day. Ran really good, but I noticed it warmed up. The reservoir got really warm and got brittle. And later in the night I turned it on and off, showing some friends how it works a couple times, and it blew up. So you gotta be extremely careful with this, folks. This was the reservoir. In the video it was totally black, but when it blew up it pretty much shot all the little paint chips off of it and somehow exploded. And the seams exploded. So when you're making a reservoir, make sure that you're not using something with seams, even though I am again, but all the seams pretty much blew out the seam up top. So this thing's pretty much dead meat. But the JoJo 2, now we're talking some serious power here. I'm going to show you all the new updates to the JoJo 2, so check this out. Hey guys, okay, so we got the JoJo 2 now, which I bought a high density Nalgene reservoir. So it's going to be a little bit better for holding compression and dealing with higher temperatures. And also new to the JoJo 2 is these new heat sinks I put in. I'm going to show you a little bit about how I put those in. Also got the amp meter working on the old one. The amp meter wasn't working because I didn't have something called a shunt. The shunt kept that other one from working, so I bought the digital one and it came with a shunt, so you got to hook up like 5 wires for it to work, but it works, so I'm really stoked about that. Also remounted the dry cell so you can see a little better from the one side here, and then I can also put on the back panel of the computer, which is cool because it kind of looks nicer. There's a little fan that I attached to the heat sinks here, and also bridged the cells a little better. Instead of running one power to the one side and half the power to the other side, I'm running all the power to the one side and I'm just bridging it, which seems to work really good too. Had to get a new power supply because the JoJo 1, that power supply got shorted, and I don't know really what happened there, but it was dead. So I got an 850 watt power supply, and I'm going to show you how it runs. It runs good. Let me custom copper heat sinks here. If I can get this thing let's go. Just going to get the flux on there. Just awesome with this. The flux in there. Okay, get this on there. Okay, this flux. Get this in there. Get that on there. So I'm just setting this up in this wrench so I can easily solder it together here. Okay, let's go. I'll be able to get this bitch in there. That's all the power I got. There we go, come on, bitch. Go. Well, as you can see, I was having trouble soldering up those copper heat sinks, and that was because it was just too cold out. It was like freezing. It must have been like 20 degrees or something. But anyways, I did take the copper inside and let the propane warm up a little bit, and then I was able to solder those up. The only thing you want to just make sure you do is just flux the copper real good on both ends, and try and get as much flux on there as you can. And once you heat up the copper tubing, the solder will just melt right into the seams, and that's it. It's super easy to do. Anybody can do it. Got my heat sink, Teflon tape barb. Whoops. Put it on. Damn, this one sucks.
How's it, Mark?
Oh, okay, to these guys. Cut that fucker.
You recording?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, here we go, JoJo 2 time. I'm just gonna get it running. I'm not gonna light it right now, but there she goes. Little bubbles in there. Come on, baby. Come on, pump.
Are bubbles a good sign?
Pump's being a little bit
Pressure?
there we go. Yeah, that thing was pressuring up so hard already, I guess. Wow.
So what's the deal with the bubbles? Is that what makes the gas?
There it goes.
The air bubbles?
Oh man, there it goes. Now it's really flowing. So reservoir tube comes into the pump, splits off into the cells. On this side there really isn't any bubbles. This is where the water enters. On that side you can see all the bubbles on the opposite side, on the opposite cell. That's what it looks like on the opposite side. As you can see, there's tons of bubbles because they come through the 2 heat sinks, which is now have a fan on it. As you can see, there's a ton of bubbles bubbling back in the reservoir. Compression takes place in here, goes up through check valve, which is the 3rd precautionary measure there, and then there's just a regular old flow valve, and then it comes up to the bubbler. Bubbler's up here. Bubbler will keep all the impurities out of the torch end, and also safety precaution number 2. And then it goes to the torch, which I have mounted up here. So the torch has flashback arrestor filled with bronze wool, so hopefully that won't pop, because last time it popped.
So there's a little reservoir of water in the bubbler?
Yeah, there is that works just like a bong, or like a bubbler, whatever you want to call it. I mean, look at the difference. Here's the water before it gets separated, that's the water after it gets separated. There's a lot of hydrogen, or oxyhydrogen coming out of this thing.
Can you feel it coming out of the torch end?
A little bit. We're only running, I put this new digital meter on the JoJo here. We're only running 12 amps. I might actually bump up the electrolyte, and it might even run better, which is ridiculous, because it seems to be running, or maybe this is voltage, let's see. The same thing. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. There she is. Oh man, this thing is gonna be running so much cooler. It's ridiculous.
You gotta give it one minute?
No, I mean this is gonna be ice cold. I mean it's got nice cold air blowing over it. Running it at about 24 amps right now. It's still warming up. And the cool thing is the heat comes from turning it back into water, so you don't need to vent the gas. There is no gas to be vented. You can use it with 100% efficiency. One of the concepts is you have the JoJo run off of solar panels. So in the JoJo situation, using probably about 500 watts of electricity, pushing anywhere from 20 to 30 amps at a time, and I can easily run that, if not two or one or two more of those units off of my solar panels, which is a 4.8 kilowatt per hour solar array. So you run the JoJo all day long off of solar. The concept is you compress it into a tank, and then your gas can be used for whatever you want, like at night when you need home heating. So one of my concepts is you take the gas, put it into the compression tank, and then run it into a power generator, and then that'll generate power, and it'll also run itself. So once you start it, it's perpetual until you run out of water. That's kind of the concept. Also, if you were to take the exhaust out of the engine after you burned it in the engine and then put it back into the water reservoir, it's a closed circuit. So it would be perpetual forever, pretty much. So that's one of the concepts. There's a lot of concepts. You guys, I'm your guinea pig, so if you have any questions or comments or ideas for my JoJo project, I'd be super stoked to hear them. Cool. Thanks, guys. See ya.